sandwich between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
They'll start on the ground with Shipley.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's Bijan Robinson. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. When you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Diggs in motion left. Allen going to throw. That's complete to Shipley.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kylan Granson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. From the 24 now, here's second and 6.
Burrow on play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert
From 17 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Josh Allen and the offense heading back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down.
Here's Allen.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen to throw it.
A short one there, caught by Granson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Down to the 25. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On play action, Allen.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Allen running right on the option.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now Prater to add the PAT.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
And it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that led directly to that block. If this operation is cleaner, we're probably talking about a different outcome.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
The 38-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Burrow will throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
Now Burrow. To the sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Matt Prater set to
It's the
kick off.
Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up to run the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So here's a 3rd and 14.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Pass caught right side by Taylor.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf.
On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good this guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. For the goal line, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here comes third down and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they'll go on the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th.
Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Allen. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
They go play action with Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Burrow. A dump off for Mason. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down 16-13. A little over 80 ticks to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. A run on 1st down with Shipley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs.
Some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Connecting with Andrews.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. That's complete to Shipley.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Allen.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Here's Allen.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Up here in the north, this is the land of Vikings. And with the Yaller horn bellowing throughout U.S. Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skol to usher two teams into battle. Up next, it's our main event between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.